girls, hello and welcome back to Subconscious Food. If you're new to the channel, Subconscious Food gives you the tools, techniques and tips to empower you to live your most happy, fulfilled and abundant life. Today we are talking about a very exciting topic, if I haven't already said very enough times. It's all about why everyone and everything is actually a direct reflection of what's going on in you. So nothing is out there that's not already inside of you. And what does that tell you? Well, let's get straight onto the video and find out. Just before we do, if you haven't already subscribed, I'm so grateful for all of your subscriptions. Do go ahead, click the subscribe button, turn on your bell notifications to be notified every time I post a new video. So, why is everyone and everything in our lives a direct manifestation or reflection of what's going on inside of us? Well, let's start with how we all fit into this giant energy soup. So essentially, me, the trees, the animals, the earth, the books, the chairs, the computer, everything and everyone within the world that I perceive to be true in this moment is a direct reflection of what's going on inside of me, because we all belong to a giant energy soup. You can imagine a big, humongous, infinite bowl full of all these different types of energies, and all these different types of energies are vibrating at a slightly different rate. And these rates of vibrations depends on how we perceive them. So depending on what they're vibrating at, depends on how we're able to receive the transmission that it's giving us, depending on also what's going on inside of us. So all information and energy forms part of the quantum domain. Things that are in the physical domain are things that we can perceive with our five senses, things we can see, hear, touch, smell, taste, and all of those things are governed by Newtonian physics. What we need to understand about the quantum domain is that there are energy and form around us at any given moment, of which we perceive and which we don't perceive, because we don't necessarily have the technology to be able to view or receive the transmissions and perceive them to be true in our world. For example, a lot of you guys, including myself, work on opening up our pineal gland. We work very hard on being able to open up our third eye so that we can start to perceive things in our reality that otherwise, if we hadn't worked on activating that technology, it wouldn't be perceived in our world. And the reason why we're able to then activate our pineal gland and open up our third eye is because we start to believe that there is more out there to be seen, that we will see, and then that forms part of our reality. Now, what we know with the law of attraction is what you give is equal to what you receive. That's very simple. All of us know that. So if we apply the law of attraction here, what we think about certain people is equal to what we receive and what we perceive to be true about them. For example, you've got this guy here in the middle, we can call the blue guy us. And we've got this very happy chappy over here. Now this happy chappy in orange seems to be outside of us. It seems to be an external counterpart to us as we are. Now this guy, he's really happy. He's got a smile on his face. He's chilling, he's enjoying his life, he's happy. The reason why we see him as happy is because we believe that he is happy or happy with us, and it is a reflection of our relationship because we perceive good things about them. What we give is equal to what we receive. It's that cycle again. So if we believe let's call him Anthony, is a great person and we get on really well, we see all of Anthony's great, fabulous traits, and that cycle continues because we see more of Anthony's great, wonderful, fabulous traits, and we perceive him to be a very happy chappy. Because remember, our thoughts and emotions are sending out a frequency out into the universe. The universe responds to us by giving us more of the same in return. So we think this guy is real happy, he's a lovely guy, that's what we receive. This has been such a big realization for me in my life, that when I change my thoughts, I change what I perceive to be true in my surroundings. And this is the basis of all quantum physics and the pseudoscience, which we absolutely love and live by and find highly effective. Now we've got this guy down here. Let's call her Shelley, for example. Shelley is sad. Shelley has a frown. Shelley has a sad face. Shelley is upset. Why is Shelley upset? She doesn't exist outside of me. Because remember, like the ancient sages once said, I'm not in the world is in me. I'm not in the mind is in me. The world, the mind, they are all within me. So we essentially are viewing the world through our own like for example, for me, I'm viewing it through my own subconscious food spectacles, based on all my beliefs, and all the things that I believe to be true, and therefore I perceive it to be true as well, and then I continue that cycle. So maybe either Shelley has told me some stuff about her, I've made a judgment call about her, and I see her as quite a negative lass. I think she's quite negative. I think that she doesn't focus on the positive. And so every time I see Shelley, what you give is equal to what you receive, I see the sad in her. I don't see the divinity. I don't see the purity. I see the programs in Shelley. I don't see her purity at her core, which each of us has. Every single thing and every single one around you is pure at their core. Of course they are, because we are all part of divinity. We all came from source, from one perspective, and if we all come from source, that means our pure divinity, the divinity within us, exists in every one of us, no matter what their external earthly problems may seem and sound like. We are all divine in our core. But because I've perceived her to be sad, because of what I believe about her, I'm always going to see her as sad. So it's a direct reflection of what's going on in me. In order for me to change my opinion, now I'm just talking people, but you could do this with, you know, your job, like the actual job, rather than your colleagues or employer. If you perceive and if you believe that your job is beneficial to you, it provides a roof over your head, food in your belly, and you are able to fund the things within your lifestyle that make you very happy, and you start to believe that to be true, you start to feel those emotions, you start to be that happy person in your job, guess what your job's going to be perceived as? It's going to be perceived as a great, wonderful job. That's just the way the nature of our reality works. What we give is equal to what we receive. This law of attraction never goes to sleep. It's a bit like the law of gravity. If I were to drop something, it would fall to the floor whether or not I wanted it to or not. It's going to happen anyway. So the law of attraction is the same. Whether or not you are consciously aware of what you are putting out there, you're still going to get more of the same in return. So, one more example. Let's use this angry guy down here. He's very angry. Tim is angry. Why is Tim angry? It's a direct reflection of what's going on in you. What do you know about Tim? It's very unlikely, and comment down below if you do have someone that you admire, love, respect, see the divinity in, and they're still so angry, the reason why this helps you transcend yourself is because even if you have these opinions on things around you or people around you, and logically they seem to match up and they do hold its value and its truth, when you unravel those layers and you peel back those layers of judgment or even pain or suffering you're holding in you as a cause of that event, you will start to see that person in their purest, most divine source, because you've gotten rid of that pain within you. For example, if you had an argument with your friend, if you don't get rid of the pain, if you don't heal that pain as a result of that argument, you are always going to have this little thing niggling at you, which is going to be a judgment call on the type of person that she or he is, and that's going to be coupled with the emotion that you once felt. So it's imperative that you heal that part of you, which you can see is a direct reflection of what's going on in you, so that you can see the divinity in everyone and everything. So that's your solution. Heal. They are essentially, the people around us, they are messengers. Just like how we always say that the relationships we have in our lives are direct reflections, they provide an insight window as to what's going on inside of us. So people are messengers to tell us what we may be unconsciously thinking. And this is actually one of the biggest keys to relationships in your life, and also to your own happiness and fulfillment, because that is what this channel is all about. It's all about empowering you, giving you the tools, the techniques and the tips, so that you can go out there, you can do it, and you can enjoy your life. So with that being said, I hope you've enjoyed this video. It has been an honor and a pleasure to deliver this information to you. Until next time, beautiful souls, namaste, bye.